So with the cryptocurrency market facing uncertainty, with the bad press, with the lower Bitcoin price, the low Bitcoin dominance, it's sometimes very difficult to decide if you're going to pull the trigger to actually buy cryptocurrency. Are you going to take your funds out of cryptocurrency, or are you just going to pour more money into cryptocurrency? Guys, today we're going to discuss a few things, and I'm going to tell you why I am urging you guys to pay attention, because this is a big warning, because if you don't do the following things, you might just lose your whole entire crypto portfolio. I still believe that cryptocurrency has hyper growth potential in the coming years. The technology is still in its infant phase, and I believe with the right traction, cryptocurrency can definitely be a world-dominating technology. We're going to discuss a few methods to fight back during this bear trend. We're also going to discuss two of my portfolios that I would recommend for new guys coming into the space. If you're in the space for a while, have a look at these portfolios, let me know what you think. We're also going to have a look at the charts, see what it says, and then I'm just going to just briefly discuss my strategy and what I will do in markets like this. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram and Telegram, and the links will be below, and I will connect with you on a personal basis if I can, and maybe I can ask you some questions, or we can discuss something on the group as well. And if this sounds interesting to you, hit the like button, subscribe, and also hit the bell notification. I've also deployed 3 bots, the Crypto Hopper, which I will also make a video of. So far, one of the bots are just in profits, no losses, and I'll also share this with you guys. So if you find that interesting, sit back, relax, enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So the first thing I want to discuss is a mistake that I made as a trader or as an investor in the last 8 months, because my portfolio is exactly where it was 8 months ago. Although my portfolio increased with 4x, I just didn't take profits, guys. And this is the major thing I want to tell you guys, is that we need to take profits. As our gains increase, we need to take profits. But how do we actually take profits? So now let's discuss a few corrections, and then we're going to have a look at all the Bitcoin corrections over the last few years, and we're going to see what's going on. So firstly, a correction, and we're looking at this paragraph over here. In the cryptocurrency market, corrections of 5 to 10% are significantly more frequent than in the stock and other traditional markets, owing to its characteristically high volatility. However, they tend to be balanced out by similar frequent recoveries. And the overall trend of the major coins since the inception of the market in 2009 has been a bullish one. Over here, as an example, Bitcoin grew from as little as 0.003 cents per coin in 2010 to more than $19,000 in 2020, despite at times suffering corrections of as much as 50% in a single day. And we're going to speak about emotions now, guys. So I'm going to show you this, because this video is extremely valuable. It's the lessons that I've learned over the last few years, compiled in one video. Stay tuned right to the end. Now, if you have a look at all the Bitcoin corrections, and you can follow with me, we're starting in this end over here. And this was in 2012, $7, and the lowest was $4. And then if we carry on, we can see $16, lowest $7 in 2012. Compare this to the drop we currently have of 51%. So as you can see, the amounts of Bitcoin, the total amount of Bitcoin just carries on. It just goes up and up and up and up to as high as $64,700 a few weeks ago. But now with this correction, with these corrections, it's very difficult to decide if I'm going to pull the trigger or not. Personally, I love crypto, and I'll be in crypto for a long time. I will continue to dollar cost average in and out of my positions. So dollar cost averaging, we'll discuss that now. We're going to dollar cost average out of position, so we're going to take profits in intervals, and then also I'm going to dollar cost average into projects. Now, before we start talking about dollar cost averaging and going actually to my portfolios, and I want to show you this, I want to just talk about two things as well. I want to show you guys this. The BTC Dominance is 46.5%, so this basically just means that all the money in the market, 46.5% is in Bitcoin and the rest is in altcoins, right? The lower this BTC Dominance, the higher the altcoin values. The higher the BTC Dominance, the lower the altcoins value, okay? So if we have a look at this chart that's currently displayed, we just saw that the Bitcoin dominance is 46.5%. So if we look at the first column, Bitcoin dominance, so the Bitcoin dominance in the last few weeks, few months has decreased. So we're going to definitely have a look at the decreased section. The BTC price, has it increased or decreased? So it definitely decreased as well. So then you just follow that. So you can see that altcoins should be fairly stable. If we look at our charts, now this is my chart set up on TradingView, and this is the BTC prep. So if we basically just have a look at this, starting with the RSI, you can see that the RSI is in the overbought section. But also, if we zoom in to the MACD, you can see the MACD has now turned. We've got some great volume candles, and also you can see that the exponential moving average has also started to turn. On the VPVR, however, there's a different sign. You can see that there's a lot of volume at the VPVR. Now this is the amount of volume coming into the market. Now that could be buy and sell orders, all right? And then the next level you can see is about 34, and then there's another level at about 36. I believe that if we don't break this current resistance, we might see it trickle down to about this level of 30, because you can see there's a bit of volume at the 30 level. If we look at the EMA ribbon, you can see that it broke out quite nicely. However, she came back to below the EMA ribbon, and now she's breaking it again. Will this continue? Well, have a look at all the information I just gave you, the dominance, the actual charts, the volume coming in, and then just decide. First of all, as a good investor, I believe that we need to understand human emotions. We're all human, we all have emotions, and if we see our money go up, we tend to pour more money into the market. If we see our money go down, or our investments and price go down, we tend to take out, we tend to panic, and then make decisions that we really shouldn't make at the moment because we don't understand our emotions. Now, I believe strong investors, they just ride the wave, they weather the storm, and as we just saw on the Bitcoin price, that it always goes up in value. So if we have a look at our emotions, number one, extreme optimism is when the market turns. So we might be at that stage when the market turns, and we're going to be very reluctant or very excited about the increase in Bitcoin price and the altcoin prices. So we might just pour more money in. However, when the market turns against us, we might get anxious and then just pull out our money and then maybe have a few losses. It's extremely important to know that successful investors recognizes where the top of the markets are. I urge you, as a lesson I learned, is to have a look at this chart, study it, and really make sure that you are emotionally strong to weather the volatility in the Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. Sometimes we panic sell, and then we just give up on crypto, and then all of a sudden the news, and remember the media also drives us a lot, so the news starts coming out, the Bitcoin price is increasing, you got a bit of hope, you put a bit more money in, and then we find ourselves in the optimism part again. But we need to identify that these cycles are true, and to be successful in cryptocurrency investing, we need to follow this. I also want to highlight this out, that successful investors would recognize this point. And maybe it's where we are now. I have invested some money, a dollar cost average, into some projects the last few days, because I believe that we might be somewhere close to the bottom. However, this is crypto. Nobody knows. One tweet can either skyrocket the Bitcoin price or dump it. All right, so now let's quickly talk about dollar cost averaging. And then lastly, I'm going to share two portfolios with you. If you're new to cryptocurrency, you can then just follow the link below called Binance. It's a Binance link. It's a secure link. You can set up yourself there, and then you can get into cryptocurrency. But we'll talk about our two portfolios now. I just want to quickly talk about dollar cost averaging. Big lesson, and this is a big warning. If you don't take profits, you will run the risk of losing most of all of your money in cryptocurrency. So dollar cost averaging is defined as the following over here. Dollar cost averaging is an investment strategy in which an investor divides up the total amount to be invested across periodic purchases of a target asset in an effort to reduce the impact of volatility in the overall purchase. The purchase occurs regardless of the asset price at a regular interval. So for example, if you have $1,000, every single Monday you just invest $100. If the price is up or the price is down, every single Monday, for example, you invest $100 over the next 10 weeks. And that's dollar cost averaging. So you'll get the average between the high prices and the low prices, and you'll be somewhere hopefully in the middle. That's dollar cost averaging into a project, very similar to dollar cost averaging out of a project. Coming out of a project, however, you don't want to just sell your whole batch of crypto. So let's say you've got $1,000 worth of Cardano, you in profit $100. JP said take profit, and now you just sell your whole batch of Cardano. No, I wouldn't do that. I would say, okay, fine, I've got $100 worth of profit from my Cardano investment. I'm going to take $30 out of this profit, and I'm leave the rest to grow, right? And then 2 weeks later, you up $300, and then you take another $50, and then eventually you'll have your initial investment back. Whatever left in your portfolio, that's basically free money, right? Now you can ride the wave. But also, as your investment increase, take small amounts of profits, because there will be corrections over time. And if you have a bit of cash, you can then buy the dip and then make more profits. Right now, with the markets being down, I would suggest a very stable portfolio. I've really started getting out of smaller projects and putting my money into bigger projects, because during a bear market, we know that some of the big projects are likely to survive. This is my two portfolios that I would recommend either for new people or even people, investors who want to get out of smaller cap altcoins and maybe get into larger cap coins. So this is what I suggest. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this portfolio. I still do see hyper growth in this industry in the next few years. Companies like VeChain, companies like Cardano, because they're actually solving real world problems. I believe that these portfolios can fight back and either weather the storm. If we are in for a bigger dip, I would just buy more of these coins, because we know where these coins are heading in the long run. And if we look 5 or 10 years down the line, I really do see a lot of profits in these projects. I believe that this portfolio has high potential and also is risk adverse. Let's dig into this portfolio. So firstly, I'll say let's invest in BTC and Bitcoin. I believe in the next 5 years it can still 4x. And now guys, these are all just estimates, probably what it could do. It might not even do this. It might even exceed my expectations, which we all hope for. It's definitely a low risk coin. I think it's definitely the new gold standard if you want. 5-year prediction, $150,000, and if I have $10,000 to invest, this is how I would allocate it, right? So $2,100 would go into Bitcoin. Next up is Cardano. I love the project, love what they're doing. I'll invest $3,000. I think in the next 5 years, a $30 Cardano is definitely on the cards. It's a medium to low risk project at the moment, and I think it can easily 23x from here. Ethereum, if they sort out their gas fees, but which I think they will, there's still a lot of activity on Ethereum. Solid, strong project. After Bitcoin, I think that's the next big thing. However, I like Cardano, that's why it's in second on the list. I'll invest $1,500. I think we can see a $10,000 Ethereum in the next few years. Medium to low risk, and also just a 5x. That's portfolio number one. The second portfolio I want to show you guys is this one over here. I made a video of this a while ago. I still believe that this portfolio could really bear a lot of fruit. So definitely put some money into Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, VeChain, Aave, which is a really cool project as well. They're in the DeFi space. Chainlink, Band. Now I decided you can either go Solana, Atom, Algorand, or Synthetics for this allocation. And then OMI, obviously my high risk ones. You can also go Front, Reef, Basic Attention Coins, and APY Financial HBAR. Also, I think very diverse, very stable portfolio. If all else fails, we know where Bitcoin is going in the future. I can definitely see a half a million Bitcoin in the next maybe 10 years or so. So that'll definitely bring back the losses that we've made and make this portfolio fairly stable and safe. Guys, that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you can find this information really valuable. I'm going to make a video on Crypto Hopper. Like I said, I have 3 bots that I deployed. One was extremely successful with 0 losses. It's a different kind of strategy. I will discuss these strategies in detail as well. So subscribe so you don't miss that. Each little trade I had 2%, 3%, 1%, something like that. So yeah, guys, have a great time. Have a great day. Invest cautiously during these times of the market. However, if you are a long-term holder in crypto, we all know where it's going. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you again. Cheers. Bye-bye.